It's very important for you as a clinician to understand that these thinking errors are endemic to a client's experience. So it's not important for a client to necessarily put it in the right category. It's important that they fit into a category. The way that I usually work with a client is we detect all of these thinking errors can simply be collapsed into two main categories: probability overestimation, and the second category, catastrophizing. So though it's helpful and useful for a clinician to be well aware and well versed even in all of these individual thinking errors, I think it's just important to note that we don't want to take a perfectionistic stance in that area, because many clients can become really frustrated if you're quizzing them on detecting thinking errors and thinking traps, because it might reinforce paradoxically the thinking error and thinking trap that you're trying to get them to identify. Like, well, here we go again. I'm stupid because I didn't know this was fortune telling. So we have to be very careful and use the term that we like to use a lot in CBT: fidelity with flexibility, sticking to the various concepts with identifying thinking errors while also being very flexible with the individual that I'm working with and helping them to detect these patterns of thinking. That's really important. It's also very important to understand that the reason these thinking patterns are more problematic for our clients than in everyday individuals is because with most people that don't struggle with emotional experiences or emotional disorders, we don't find a pattern in those ways of thinking. We do, in fact, have those episodically. Occasionally, I would be, engaging in all or nothing thinking, or I might label myself something in a certain situation, like I'm terrible at art, so I suck at art. So that would be a good example, but that's episodic. But for clients, it's a pattern. Personalization is a pattern. All or nothing thinking is a pattern. So it's something that's consistent in various situations, which means that in our clients, it leads to consistent emotional experience for that particular individual, as opposed to it occurring here and there for most of us.